Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Sully pwnz, and welcome back to Let's Play Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. In the last episode, you guys, we took on the Dark Star with Mario and Luigi, and we prevailed. So today, we are going to be taking on Super Peach's Castle, as well as Dark Fawful with Bowser. So before we begin, please do me a huge favor and hit is finally here. I'm actually very excited about this, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make my way back to Toad Town because I need to buy the AO.
Your meddling has made Fawful have a fury large as the world. Bowser, it is time for meeting and greeting with your doom. For now, it is the end of the final act of the finale's closing last encore. I am having this castle, and now I am thinking... It needs fawfulization. Time for the remodeling. Super Peach's Castle of Fury.
That's right, guys. We're going to be taking on Super Peach's Castle, the final giant boss in this game. The fourth one on the list of giant bosses. So, one might think this might be the hardest one, considering it's the last one and it's one of the final bosses in the game. Well, that's not true. It's actually pretty easy. It's just very gimmicky, and that's what they did with the giant bosses in this game. They made most of them very unique in their own way, and this one is no exception. It has a unique concept of battling, and it's very, timing. Like, you have to time everything you do precisely, otherwise you will have a really good chance at screwing it up. And believe me, I know this from personal experience in the past when I played this game, and even when I fiddled around with this game just in the recent time, past, whatever you want to call it. I realized that you need to know what you're doing, otherwise you're gonna really screw up. But anyways, we gotta do this whole hocus smokish pocus bull stuff that I hate doing. I hate doing this thing, but I'm gonna do it anyways just because I need to, and it's the only way to get past this part. It's where you have to shoot down the adrenaline things with Mario and Luigi's stupid boats. I don't know why they make me do this every time, because like the more times I do it, the longer it gets. And I know it sounds stupid complaining about something like this, but it's like one of those mini games that you like. There's always mini games that you just hate playing, and this is one of them. I do not like this at all. I've never liked it. I never thought it was cool. I tried convincing myself that it was a cool minigame to do, but honestly, it's not. I just hate it so much because the balls are too much and they come down a little too fast for you to be able to hit them all. But if I knew for a fact that it was possible to be able to hit them all and not skip one, then yeah, I'd probably like it a lot more. But it's just too much, man. You gotta skip over some just because Mario and Luigi can't move that fast. And plus, the way they're positioned, it's not like you can get really precise, accurate hits on these balls with these guys. Because sometimes you'll accidentally hit a red one with a green one, or a green one with a red one, and then you'll end up taking a hit, an unnecessary hit for that matter. But nonetheless, not that bad still. I mean, we're almost done with it. Only like one final phase once we're done completing this meter, and then that is it. We can finally move on and never have to worry about doing any of these again. Unless they come back in Paper Jam, which I don't see why they would, considering they didn't make an appearance in Bowser's or in Dream Team. But anyways, is that it? We are almost done. Yay, we're done. Not really though, because there's still the big ball of adrenaline that has to come down charging at us. All right, Starlo, make it happen. See, this is what I hate the most, because like those balls come down shooting different colors and you accidentally hit them with Mario and Luigi because you're just constantly like shooting them. So Mario can accidentally hit a green ball while Luigi is like away from the balls, if that makes sense, and then you'll accidentally get hit by the green one in Mario's face, taking another heart. But thankfully I made it in one try. That was actually pretty good. I'm actually feeling really good that I made it in one try. So I think I can also do the boss in one try without having to use a retry clock, because that would suck. But yo, look at that! Bowser's picking up Princess Peach's castle, who suddenly got a remakeover or a makeover. It looks very like iron. Like it looks like it has like a plate of iron on it. So it has nice protection, to say the least. So I think Fawful did well for himself, considering he is the richest guy currently in the Mushroom Kingdom. Between possessing Peach's riches and Bowser's riches, this dude must be like a billionaire in the Mushroom Kingdom. He's probably huge. It's Bowser! It's Bowser! Flee! Look at these guys, man. They're so hilarious. They're so innocent. They don't know what's going on in their lives. They just see a huge, giant Godzilla-like thing. But anyways, this is the boss battle against Super Peach's Castle. And like I said, it's very gimmicky. And you have to be very, like, time precise with everything that you do, and I'll explain everything I'm talking about in a second. But let me explain how this battle works quickly. So essentially, Super Peach's castle is going to spawn a black hole behind us, and that's not going to be the only black hole it'll spawn. After the first, like, I think 2 turns, it'll spawn another black hole, but Bowser will actually shoot the black hole, the second one, behind Super Peach's castle. So you're gonna have to kill Super Peach's castle using the black hole, and the thing about this is, too, you're going to actually end up running out of health, so you're going to need to heal with your mushroom. And the thing is, we don't have a mushroom. We're going to get one guaranteed. There's no way of not getting this mushroom. You're going to get the mushroom, but you have to know when exactly you need to use it. Otherwise, you will screw yourself over. So, Super Peach's castle will attack us like this. You just got to slide to counterattack it. Otherwise, it would have pushed us inside of the black hole. Try to refrain from getting into the black hole as much as you can. The more damage you take from the black hole, the worse it's going to end up for you at the end of the battle. And the more likely you're going to have to end up retrying. Okay, let me blow this. And whenever Peach's castle sends out those fawful-like thingies, just go ahead and shoot them all at once with a fire attack, and then that will just get rid of them all. And then that's when actually Super Peach's castle will send out a mushroom for you to use. Whatever you do, do not use it until you have like half of your health remaining. Because if you use it now, then, or if you use it as soon as you lose some health, then that's it for you. And this is a mandatory thing for us to do. We couldn't have actually avoided it. I'm pretty sure Super Peach's castle made a comment about how we couldn't avoid this attack. It was unavoidable, so we had to take that damage either way, but it showed you pretty much how to attack Super Peach's castle out of the black hole, because there's a couple different ways to attack it. Actually, there's only one way to attack it, and it's like kind of 50-50, because you can attack it or you can get attacked by the castle as you're trying to attack it based off of what it does, because it'll stick its arms out and it'll have like little spikes coming out of its arms, so when Bowser attacks it, it'll attack the spikes, dealing damage and then making its way even further back, closer to its black hole again. So, like I said, it's very time precise. You have to time everything perfectly, otherwise you will screw things up. So, right now, there's a barrier on top of Super Peach's castle. Now, the question is, what can't this castle do? I mean, it's doing a lot of crazy things, right? But, don't panic. What you gotta do is you just gotta push it closer and closer towards its black hole. We had our time in the black hole. It was fun. Now it's time to experience its black hole shenanigans. It's not actually that fun, believe me. I wouldn't wish it upon anybody. I don't even know what a black hole is like. I just know you'd probably die if you ended up trying to go in a black hole, or if you got sucked into a black hole. But right now you just gotta use your or spin the thing with Bowser, and if Bowser isn't pushing the castle, then you're gonna actually get sucked into the black hole, I believe. But if you're pushing it and you see the castle moving back, then you're doing good. Once you bring it closer to the castle, go ahead and punch it, and then that will get sucked into the black hole. The safety protocol will actually turn off. Some error will happen, so it won't actually be protected by any barrier. It'll come charging at you. You go ahead and punch it. Simple and easy. So far, everything's looking pretty easy. We haven't taken any serious damage besides the damage that we needed to take that was mandatory in the battle, going to show that it's pretty easy when you know what you're doing. So, as the turns pass, as you see, the black hole kind of will suck Bowser as well as Super Peach's castle closer and closer to them till it reaches like the end phase. Also, he does this where he spawns some mecha fawfuls. You just gotta shoot him down with fire. And whenever you're in this turn, there's really nothing else you could do besides push the castle or punch the castle closer to the black hole. Again, you don't want to use your mushroom yet, just because it isn't time for us to use the mushroom. We just want to chillax here and do as much damage as we can to the castle before we decide to use the mushroom. Now, there will be a certain part in the battle where we actually won't be able to recover, because you will reach like you will do a certain amount of damage on the castle. Like once it reaches a certain amount of health, it automatically moves the battle to the end phase. And when you're at the end phase, you can't do anything besides the ending phase. So you have to be super cautious and time precise when it comes to using your mushroom. But as you witnessed, Super Peach's castle, whether it's a boy or a girl, whatever it is, it launched missiles at me. I unfortunately couldn't counterattack it, which ended up pushing me into the black hole, and then I dealt some damage, I believe. Actually, I don't even remember if I got sucked into the black hole. But right now, it's going to attempt to push me into the black hole, and I'm going to hopefully refrain it from happening, or prevent it from happening, not refrain it. But yeah, I don't know if you guys could tell, I'm actually a little nervous right now, because I have a feeling, I just have this feeling inside me that I'm going to fail this battle. I don't know why. But I'm really hoping that I don't. So right now, as you can see, these are the spikes or arms that I'm talking about. You just slide your stylus up and prevent yourself from being hit by these things. Now, this isn't the only time that we can get hit by them. Like I said, when you try to attack it, it'll also stick its arms out. And then if you accidentally attack it, then you will screw yourself over because you will take a ton of damage. Now, it'll try once again to push you into the black hole. Try your best to spin a circle, pushing it closer to its black hole than going closer to your black hole, because the idea, like I said, is to refrain from getting into the black hole as much as you can. Otherwise, you will end up dying. So, I forgot about this. So, when it comes to attack you, it'll disappear, and whoopsie daisy, I literally, like, slid my thing, but it didn't work. Now, this is what I was talking about. When you counterattack it, boom. Look at that. I attacked it before its hands came back up again. Now, I feel like this is the ending phase of the battle, so I'm going to go ahead and heal by using this mushroom, because I feel like a couple more hits on Super Peach's castle, and it will take us to the ending phase. It's like I said, it's not a hard boss battle. It's a super easy one if you know what you're doing, but it could also be a nerve-wracking one if you're kind of like not sure what's happening. But like I said, for me, because I've already played this game multiple times, and I recently just played this, I know kind of what I'm doing, sort of, maybe. I'll let you guys determine that, though. You guys can be the judges on the gameplay, and hopefully deem it worthy gameplay. But anyways, this is it. We are at the ending phase. I never know how to counterattack these stupid missiles for the life of me, but it's all good in the end, because as soon as I hit it, it'll go end up flying into its black hole. Now, the thing is, you don't want to stay in the black hole too long, because the more you stay in it, the more damage you'll take. The black hole just gradually does damage on you. I can already tell you right now that this is the ending phase of the fight. As you can see, I will hit it, and it won't do any damage at all, just because that's the amount of HP that the castle needs in order to move on to the final phase. So what happens is the black hole will actually end up absorbing both Bowser and Super Peach's castle, and then both of the black holes will come closer together. I guess both of these black holes are in a battle trying to see which black hole can outsuck the other black hole. I've been saying black hole a lot too, I know that. But this is all you need to do. Just kind of slide back and forth and then do some damage. And the thing is, if you accidentally fly into the arms of spikes, then you will take a ton of damage. And believe me, it's not good, because that can actually kill you. And that's how I've died multiple times playing this boss battle, because I was careless, I wasn't time precise with my sliding, and I ended up taking a lot of damage, more than